Hello students, welcome back to my Easy Grade YouTube channel. In our previous video, I had completed the explanation till the 10th paragraph of the lesson, the Heavenly Parasol. I hope you understood it well and revised it too. Now in today's video, I will continue the lesson from the 11th paragraph onwards, okay? Now let's look at the 11th paragraph. All of a sudden, there was a cry in the air. It seemed to come from out by the shore, not far from where the royal horses were tethered. The cry came again, and the king heard the plaintive call. Even under Meghwana's rule, I have been slain. Means, children, now Meghwana is near the sea. He is planning to rest, okay? Suddenly, he hears someone crying loudly. It sounds like someone is in pain or danger. It sounds like that, okay? The sound is coming from a forest near the shore where the horses are tied. From there, the sound is coming. The king hears the cry again. The voice says, even under Meghwana's rule, I have been killed. For example, I will tell one example, children, here. Imagine someone shouting for help from a nearby jungle. Won't you feel scared and alert? Yes, that's how the king felt. Okay. Shocked that something bad is happening in his peaceful kingdom. He thought like that. Okay. Now look at the 12th paragraph. In his agitation, the king did not wait to summon his officers but ran towards the wood. Plunging through the undergrowth, he fought his way till he came to clearing. There before him was a temple of Chandika Durga when some sort of human sacrifice in progress on the steps. A man lay on the ground, his arms raised for mercy, and menacing looking barbarians stood over him, brandishing his sword. Means now Meghana gets very worried. Okay, he doesn't even wait for his officers also. He runs directly into the forest, pushes through bushes and trees. Okay, and finally reaches a clearing. There he sees a temple. Okay, see the 13th paragraph. Stop, cried the king, shocked at the sight. You wretch, you dare treat an Andor's life in my realm? The barbarian dropped his sword in terror and fell on his knees before the king. O noble one, have mercy. I am the leader of troop of barbarians that live in this wood. My little son has fallen prey to some disease and is on his deathbed. If I kill this man, the gods will pleased and save my son's life. If you prevent this sacrifice, my son dies and the rest of the troop will give up their lives with him. Means, students see here, Meghwana sees a barbarian. Means, barbarian means a tribal man. Okay, ready who is ready to kill another man in front of the temple of Chandika Durga. He shouts, the king shouts, stop. The king says, how dare you to try to kill someone in my kingdom? The king said to barbarian. Now the barbarians uh, fall on his knees and begs. He says his own son is dying from illness, okay, and to save him, and the barbarian to save him, okay. He must to do a human sacrifice. If the gods are pleased with this killing, his son might be saved, he thought. So he says, if I don't kill this man, my son will die. The real life connection in this para is this shows the practice of superstition. Okay, people believed in olden times that killing someone would please gods. But is it correct? No. Meghana stood against it. Okay. This is the about 13th paragraph. Now look at the 14th paragraph. The king glanced towards a bundle on the temple porch and presumed it to be the sacrificed boy. His heart was torn with confusion and compassion. Means the king sees a bundle on the porch of the temple. He guesses it is the barbarian's sixth child. Okay, he guesses, only the king guesses. His heart is full of both confusion and kindness. Means the king doesn't know what to do there. Okay, both the man and his son are suffering. But the king knows one thing clearly: he must to stop the killing. Now see the 15th paragraph. This man whom you desire to protect, continued the barbarian, was wandering about, alone and friendless, in the forest. Is he of more value to you than this child with whom many persons are connected? Means the barbarian questions the king. He says, you want to save this man, but he is a stranger, okay, all alone in the forest. My son is important to me. Isn't his life more valuable than this man's life? Okay, see the 16th paragraph. The victim sat crying on the ground, a look of terror on his face. Tears fell from the barbarian's eyes. Sir, tell me what to do, he cried. I cannot see my son suffer this way. Means the man who is about to kill is crying on the ground. He is afraid. Okay. The barbarian too has tears in his eyes. The victim begs the king, please help me and tell me what to do. Okay, even a terrible man, tribal man can be feel pain. Even a stranger's life has value. This paragraph shows emotions, fear, and helplessness. Okay. Now, see the 17th paragraph. The king spoke firmly. Do not be distressed. I will save your son as well as this victim. I offer my body in sacrifice to Chandika. Kill me, O barbarian. May these two persons live. Means now the king shows his true bravery. He says, don't be sad. I will save both of you. I will give my life to goddess Chandika. He offers his own body for sacrifice. Okay, this shows true leadership and compassion. A good ruler is ready to sacrifice for others. Okay, this is about 17th paragraph. Now look at the 18th paragraph. The barbarian, struggling between incredulity and fear, took a step backwards. Sir, you are the king. Your life should be protected at all times. Do not pity this victim. Let him die. His life is of no significance. Means the barbarian is shocked and scared. He says, you are the king. Your life should be protected. This man's life doesn't matter. Let him die, he said to the king. Means sometimes people think some lives are more important than others. But the king does not believe that. He values every life equally. Okay. See the 19th paragraph. The king shook his head impatiently. If I can use my body to stop a killing, why should I not? Do not speak another word. Kill me. Means the king is now a bit angry. He says, if I can use my body to stop a killing, then why should I not? He said, the barbarian. The king said, kill me. He is serious about saving both lives. If you saw two people fighting and you could stop them by taking a stand. Okay, would you do it? Yes, that's what the king is doing there. Okay. Now see the 20th paragraph. The barbarian hung his head and made no move to take his sword. Means the barbarian feels guilty here. Okay. He looks down and doesn't even try to pick up his sword also. He, his heart has changed because of the king's courage. Okay. Now see the 21st paragraph. If you cannot bring yourself to strike at me, I will use my own sword for the purpose. So saying, the king drew out his sword. The barbarian and the victim watched his horror. As Meghwana was about to strike himself, his head was covered with divine flowers of exquisite color and perfume, and someone held back his arms. The king whirled around in surprise and beheld a person of heavenly appearance. Then he realized that the barbarian, the victim, and the ailing boy had vanished. Means the king tells the barbarian, if you can't kill me, I will do it myself, he said. Means the king said to the barbarian, and then he draws his own sword. This shows the king's bravery and the selflessness. Okay, he is ready to sacrifice his own life to save the two people, the innocent victim and the barbarian's son. Instead of just giving orders, the king is ready to act himself. Okay, it shows how noble and courageous he is as a ruler. Okay. Now see the 22nd paragraph. A divine being addressed the bewildered king. I am Varuna, the lord of seas. I have come to reclaim my parasol that was carried away from my town by the powerful Bauma, the father of your father in law. It has powers to quell calamities in my land. I created this illusion to test your nobility of mind. You are truly compassionate and noble. Means students, just as Meghana was about to kill himself, something miraculous happens there. Okay, his head is suddenly covered with divine flowers and perfume, and someone holds back his arms. The king turns around in surprise and sees around there a person with a heavenly look. And guess what? Okay, the barbarian, the victim, and the child all disappeared. Okay, the moral and the example in this para is this was a test for the Meghana, a divine test by the gods. Like in exam, we are tested for our values. Like that, the king passed this test with his bravery and compassion. Okay. Now see the 23rd paragraph. Meghana bowed before the divine being and returned the parasol reverently to him. Then he asked hesitantly, O Lord, encouraged by your praise, I wish to ask for a boon. I need help to cross the waters so that I may conquer the island. Means now the divine person introduces himself. He says, Varuna, the lord of seas. He says that the parasol was his, and that he had sent it to test Meghana's heart. Okay, he says, you are truly kind and noble. Important point in this paragraph is this proves the true kingship is not just about power but about having a good heart. Okay, see the 24th paragraph. Varuna smiled, so be it. When you desire to cross the ocean, I will pull away the water. Then he disappeared with the parasol. Means now Meghana respectfully returns the parasol and then asks for help for the Varuna, means the lord of seas. He says, please help me cross the ocean to conquer the island of Lanka. For example, like student who performs well and then politely asks the teacher for extra help. Okay, the king is asking Varuna for support in his mission of peace and justice. See the 25th paragraph. The following day, Meghana assembled his troops on the shore. The waters swelled and crashed on the sand, and the soldiers trembled at its might. Meghana roared forward and plunged into the foaming ocean. All at once, the waters parted, and the king, smiling at his troops, so astonishment beckoned them to follow him. In this wondrous manner, Meghana reached Lanka and won over its king Vibhishana in the form of friendship. Means now students, Varuna says, so be it, and promises to help. The next day, Meghana leads his soldiers to the shore. Means the ocean becomes wild, but as the king steps forward bravely, the sea parts, it makes way for the army to cross. They all walk through the ocean and there he wins over the king Vibhishana. Okay, not through war but through friendship. Okay, like just how Moses parted the Red Sea in the stories, like that. Here, Meghana shows that pure intentions can move even nature. Okay, message in this paragraph is victory doesn't always come through fighting. Sometimes friendship and kindness are stronger weapons. He said like that. Okay, now see the 26th paragraph. On returning home, Amrita Prabha welcomed him and then looked around in confusion. Where is the parasol, my lord? She asked. It never leaves your side. It was never mine to keep, he answered. Yet the mark of favor shown to me by its divine owner will guide me through my life. As he spoke, the skies darkened as if the parasol was casting its shadow over him, even from its heavenly abode. Means, after returning home, the Queen Amritaprabha asks for Meghana, where is the parasol? For that, the king says, it never leaves your side. He explains that it was never meant to be kept. Okay, but the divine favor shown through the parasol will always guide him. As he speaks, the skies darken again, and the parasol's shadow appears above him from heaven. Okay, at the last, this shows that godness, truth, and sacrifice are always rewarded. Even the gods keep blessing such people. Okay, this is all about the story. In that, what we will study, I will tell you. A true king protects life, not power. Okay, and kindness is stronger than violence. And even the gods test us to see how pure we are inside. Okay, so students, that brings us to the end of this beautiful and inspiring story. The heavenly parasol teaches us the value of courage, compassion, and sacrifice. King Meghana showed us that a true leadership means caring for others even at the cost of your own life. I hope you understood the story well. If you liked the explanation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Easy Grade YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.